Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda and welcome to our channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer and subscriber. If you're not a subscriber of our community yet, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Please enable notifications and please click the like button. I would really appreciate that. Now, we know that unemployment is a major problem in our country, but the really shocking number that came out today indicated that unemployment, after seeing a slight decrease last week, is now on the way up. This is extremely bad because for the first time since the start of the pandemic, unemployment claims are actually starting to move up, which is a very bad sign for the economy. I've talked about how individuals are now becoming long-term unemployed. In other words, they've been unemployed for 6 months or more. I've talked about individuals in travel, leisure, entertainment, and hospitality who are struggling badly. And I've talked about the increase in permanent unemployment, individuals who've lost their jobs forever through no fault of their own. We've seen a decrease in the labor force participation rate. Almost 4 million of our fellow Americans, many of them women, many of them caretakers, are simply not going to work again. In other words, they've dropped out of the labor workforce, not because they wanted to, but because they had to, because they had other responsibilities. This is shocking because this shows that less people in our country are working, which creates more of a dependency on other individuals, on other aspects of the economy, on the unemployment system. This creates a situation that is going to create permanent scarring for many millions of our fellow Americans. And, my goal is to report the truth to you. My goal is to tell you the facts because I know you can handle it. A lot of times, a lot of, channels, a lot of YouTube channels might actually tell you what you want to hear, not tell you what you need to hear because I suppose everyone has their own agenda. My goal is to tell you the truth wherever the truth might lead us. This channel, the Ignition Time channel, is about the country. It's about the economy. And then by extension, it's about your money. Because when we can understand how the world is working, how the country is working, we understand the way the economy runs. And then we can understand how to take control of our money. Because at the end of the day, I believe being successful is about making money. It's about saving money, and then it's about investing money or growing money and compounding money. Because I do believe the rate at which money compounds is a very powerful force. In fact, Albert Einstein has said that compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe. Those who understand it earn it, and those who don't understand it essentially pay it. In other words, they pay into the system. So you'll see this article, economy. The recent surge is taking a toll on jobs that one economist calls a slow-moving disaster. You'll take a look at this chart on your screen that shows you the weekly initial jobless claims through the week ending the 5th of December. Look at the left side of this chart and you'll see what happened at the start of the year. Everything was fine, January, February, March. And then in late March, early April, this pandemic hit us. You can see this huge surge that's represented in orange, and the orange color represents the irregular state unemployment claims. This is when you apply to the state for unemployment. The section in purple represents the pandemic unemployment assistance programs for self-employed workers, gig workers, part-time workers, which did not exist prior to the CARES Act. These things were brand new. They came into existence to help those individuals who did not qualify for regular state unemployment. So you can see this huge surge in the months of April of regular state claims. And then you can start to see in May, June, and July, that purple section, the pandemic unemployment assistance. There were a lot of claims. And guess what? The pandemic unemployment assistance program, unless there is further legislation for extension, is scheduled to be gone completely, gone at the end of this month, unless there is legislation for extension. Just mind-blowing when you really look at that. Now, the encouraging sign, if you just focus your eyes on the orange portion, is that is starting to decline. And you can see that overall that tended to decline. But unfortunately, if you take a look at the right part, the right side of your chart, you can see though that orange portion sort of went down a little bit, then went up, then went down last week. And then this week, the most recent week, it went back up again, along with the surge in the PUA claims. Look at that portion in orange and look at that portion in purple, which actually is highlighted. That shows you the jump in claims the week after Thanksgiving. Look at how both of them have increased. This tells you that more individuals are filing for state unemployment. More individuals are filing for pandemic unemployment assistance. And this is just, unfortunately, this is something that is indicative of a new form of pressure on the economy that we were simply not prepared for. Now, the thing that's really starting to concern me is that through most of the fall, the claims for initial unemployment were starting to edge downwards. And I was actually looking at those numbers. I'm still looking at those numbers every week. And I was starting to feel a little bit encouraged because the initial unemployment claims were gradually falling. In fact, let's go back to that chart with the orange and the purple portions, and you can see that portion in orange was starting to decline. That is what I'm talking about. That is what was giving me cause for encouragement, if you will. And then I was starting to feel that, okay, are we starting to make our way out of this? Even though I know that many of us have been left behind. But now, what is a bit shocking, what is frankly very surprising as we head into the winter is that these claims, which were edging down week after week, that were initially providing some hope that businesses maybe were starting to offer their jobs back, that hope is actually fading right now. Here's a quote on your screen from Daniel Zhao, who's a senior economist for Glassdoor. And Daniel says it's very clear the third wave of the pandemic is causing businesses to have to lay people off and consumers to cut back spending. It seems like we're in for a rough winter economically. Now, keep in mind that last spring, tens of millions of people just lost their jobs just like that, lost their jobs quickly because of shutdowns. But now what's happening is essentially a slow moving disaster. It's in many ways even more dangerous for some of us who've been impacted. And I don't say these words lightly because I'm very careful about what I say on our channel. And I think we really need to watch out and we really need to be concerned. Now, last spring, according to the New York Times, tens of millions of people actually lost their jobs. Virtually no one is predicting a repeat of what happened in March or April, when as many as 6 million people a week were filing for unemployment benefits. Let's go back to that chart with the orange and with the purple, and you can see that there was a significant surge of individuals filing for unemployment in the months of March and April. But, and now I'll quote Ian Shepherdson, who's the chief economist for Pantheon Economics, he said, this is all a slow moving disaster, not like the spring where it happened so quickly. In a sense, because this is happening slowly, it's in many ways more dangerous, more poisonous, more insidious. And it is a disaster because basically governments and local officials are asking for more shutdowns. And I know that's happening in New York City and many parts of the Northeast. And what's happening is consumers are pulling back on traveling, shopping and other activities that could potentially put them at risk. And this will lead to layoffs. This will lead to business failures. And a growing number of individuals are suggesting that the economy could in fact contract next year, could in fact decline next year. And in more reporting, and you'll see this article on your screen from the Wall Street Journal, US unemployment claims rise to the highest level since September. Labor market recovery appears to be cooling. Consumer prices edge higher in November. According to the Wall Street Journal, the economic recovery has downshifted with job growth slowing and layoffs persisting at a high level amidst rising cases and related restrictions. The number of workers seeking unemployment benefits climbed sharply by 137,000 to a total of 853,000 last week. And this level of applications was the highest since September, but still it was well down from the peak in March and April. In fact, let's show you this chart on your screen that shows you the initial unemployment claims weekly. And you can start to see that in April and in May, the claims were as high as 6-7 million claims a week, and they're starting to taper off. But in the most recent filing, in the most recent weekly report from the Bureau of Labor, you can see that the number of initial unemployment claims actually went up. Here's another chart on your screen, also from the Wall Street Journal, that shows you the continuing unemployment benefit recipients through regular state programs. You can see that massive surge, and you can start to see that it's falling gradually. But again, the number of individuals who applied in the last week jumped relative to September. So this is definitely an area for concern. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think we are going to see a new wave of an economic slowdown, or do you think that we can essentially make our way through this and December and January will be better? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You'll find a link to both the articles I've referenced in the description section below. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. I really appreciate you watching. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. Remember, the Ignition Time channel is about the country, it's about the economy, and it's about your money. We work very hard on this channel to provide you with important information that is relevant to the country. For us, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm American. I want you to understand that we are all Americans first, and I think when we have the right facts, we can make the right decisions. We always, in every video, include a link to all of our resources in the description section below. All I ask, if you learn something new from this video, is please click the like button, please subscribe, please enable notifications. That tells the YouTube algorithm that you found the content helpful. Participate in our community. Comment below and let us know what you think. Our community is growing, it's intelligent, it's respectful, it's bipartisan. You'll make some new friends in our community. So make sure you do that. Remember, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. Get on our text message list. We'll send you breaking news and alerts. You'll get important information. You can opt out of the text messages at any time. Get your cell phone out. Send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time. So that's the message, the word ignition or with the word time. And send that message to the number 70,000. That's 70000. And then you'll get added to SMS alerts list, and you can opt out of the SMS alerts at any point in time. You can also get added to our email list. And again, you can opt out of the emails at any point in time to get breaking news and alerts from us, any important announcements from us. And so you can get on our email list by going to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. Sometimes, and we've heard about this from our viewers and subscribers, YouTube does not send out notifications as soon as we release the videos. So all you have to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. And then you can visit the homepage of our channel and watch any of our videos at any point in time that you want. So please do that. You can follow us on Instagram. My Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. You'll get exclusive news and content on our Instagram handle. Also follow us on Twitter. You'll get breaking news and alerts on Twitter. So follow us at ignition_time, which is the same handle as Instagram on Twitter. So make sure you follow us there. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to comment below. I really appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.